Today, I'm going to be unboxing, setting up, and doing a demo of the brand new Spirit Halloween 2025 Young-Hee doll. Okay, so here it is here. The box is huge. I got this at Spirit just yesterday at the 50% off sale, and I was not even expecting me getting this year. I was second on the list for this in the beginning of the season, but got no call, so I just expected that someone already got it. But then when I went to that Spirit to get some stuff for the 50% off sale, they still had it, and that's how I ended up getting it. But if you guys don't already know, this isn't a prop you can just buy off the floor at Spirit Halloween. There was only a certain amount sent to different Spirit Halloweens, and you had to get on a list for it. And it ended up being $700, which is a really pricey animatronic, but it is almost 10 feet tall and from the show, the Squid Game. But I'm just going to get right into unboxing this thing. The box, like I said, is huge. She is huge itself. So I'm really excited to see all the parts. I haven't seen actually too many unboxings. I don't know if I've seen any of them. So I'm excited to see how this is going to be able to put together. I see the first two things we can take out of the box here are her arms with her hands on here. All the parts are in the plastic bags here, so I'm going to need to take these all off. But here it is right here. I'll show a close-up of the hands. And compared to my hands right here, this thing is huge. And it's got a part of her sleeve on here, along with their like doll type of joint right there. And here's the connector at the top. It's like a snap lock. And then we can take out her other arm right here, which is just the same exact thing, just on the other hand. And this one actually has the little paper on there, which you can scan it, and then it will bring you to, I think, the video of what she does. And I can see her head right here. It's just staring at me, but we can't take that out just yet. But the next thing I think we can take out here is her foot with her sock, I think it is. But here it is. This is her foot right there with the shoe on there. It's a black shoe. And then her like stockings or sock right there. It's all in white. And then here we can take out her upper half of her legs here. This is just like her skin color there. And then the second one is right here, just the same exact thing. And then here we can take out her upper half of her body here. This has her dress on it, the orange dress, and like the top half of her shirt there, also with her neck. And this is like the mechanism where the motor moves of her head. And then I think the next thing we can take out here is her huge under half of her skirt. Also, all this stuff is made out of plastic, if you can't tell. And there it is. This thing is huge. I think this piece alone is like a 2 feet. And then we can take out her other leg here with her shoe on there. Just the same exact thing. Here we have 2 of her leg poles. And then here are the other 2 here. And what I do like about this, it's not just a snap lock. You actually have to spin this with like a bolt and nut. And then here it looks like in the box we have her foot pad here. This is like the step pad cover, and then it also has the step pad on the bottom. Then right here it looks like we have a bunch of other bolts that we will have to screw into the poles. Right here is her back piece to her dress, which it covers up, but I can easily get to the control box and stuff. And now I think I'll be able to pull out the head here next. I don't even know how I'm gonna pull this out because of how huge it is. But here it is. I will have to take off the plastic piece. Now let's go ahead here and take off the plastic over the head and reveal the head there. And there it is. This thing is enormous. It's like the size of like my chest right here. We have her eyes, which will end up moving, her lips right there, and her hair as well. And then here's a side view of it. It's a full head right there because it does have to spin. And then there is some more stuff in the box here. Here is her base. It's all made out of metal, and it's a really sturdy base right there. I think this piece is her like waist right there, which connects all the poles from her legs. And then here in this tiny box, we have a few more pieces. These are more pieces to her legs. Then this right here in the bubble wrap comes with a bunch of stakes and ropes. So if you want to leave this thing outside, you can't stake it down. And then this piece right here is the last thing in the box. This is the control box, also with her adapter right here. But that is it for the unboxing. Now let's get right into setting this thing up. Hopefully it's not that hard. I didn't see any instructions in the box. Might be under some of the cardboard, but I am going to keep looking for that. So the first thing we got to do right here is get her base and then get these 2 poles. And then there are snap locks that I'm going to have to snap lock to the base just like that. And then there are another like wing nut that I am going to have to screw in just so it has a little more support and it doesn't wobble like this. Now we have to slide down each of these feet right here with the legs attached to them, slide them over the poles just like this. And then I'll do the other one here and then just slide them over. And then you're going to get the other 2 poles here and snap lock them in to the poles that were already on the legs there. And then there is another winged nut that I am going to have to screw in. Now I'm gonna get these two pieces here and slide them over these poles to finish off the leg here. So I'll slide them down, and then there are little connector pieces from the bottom half of the leg that you just kind of push them down into. Now getting this piece right here, which connects both of the legs together, I'm gonna snap lock this into the top. So you're gonna snap lock those again, and then there are more of the things I just need to screw in at the top. Now the next thing you gotta do here is just get this giant dress piece and slide it over those two poles and connect it to the bottom of the legs. So the next thing we have to add here is her top half of her body, and there is more snap locks that I have to connect to. The next thing I gotta do here is get both of her arms, and there are little snap lock pieces that will go into the side of her dress up there. They're both the same, so I just gotta do it on both sides, so I'll be right back with these on. So now there is one last step, and that's to attach this giant head right here to the top of the neck. I think all we have to do is just slide it over, and then I gotta connect the wires coming from her head to the control box. But here she is, all complete, and I'll stand right next to her, just so you can see how tall she is. She is almost 10 feet tall, and looks so realistic. She looks so professional here. But she is ready for the demo. She has an English and Korean mode. I am gonna start off with the English, and just show you guys her full demo. All right, so here she is again, all on the porch right here. I did also get the riser, but she's not on it right now. I will show it later after the demo. But she's already tall enough. I do have her connected to the step pad here though. But here's the step pad. I think it looks super cool with that sand and like the footprint in the sand. So let's go ahead and turn her on.
You will be playing red light, green light. You are allowed to move forward when it shouts out green light. Stop when it shouts red light. If your movement is detected afterwards, you will be eliminated. Green light. Red light. Blue eliminated.
So that was the English mode. Now let's go ahead and do her Korean demo.
첫 번째 게임은 무궁화 꽃이 피었습니다입니다. 술래가 무궁화 꽃이 피었습니다를 외치는 동안 전진할 수 있으며 이후에 움직임이 감지되면 탈락입니다. 무궁화 꽃이 피었습니다.
And then also here is the riser that she was on in the store. I don't have it on her right now since she is pretty tall. But I think this does have a lot of detail and does look pretty cool with this line right here to show like where the end of like the red light, green light part is in the show. And then the step pad over there does really match it with this like sandy ground. But yeah, there was Young-Hee from Spirit Halloween 2025. And she is so amazing. I'm so happy I was able to get her this year. I know a lot of people did enjoy her at the stores, and I'm definitely very happy that I can have her in front of my house this year. And for next year at Halloween, she will be an amazing one to have set up. If you aren't already, go follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.